Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Life Reflected. Today we get to visit one of my favorite people, the Pink Lady. We're here at her beautiful pink house. She is 84 3/4 years old and she lives, breathes, and exudes the attitude and color of pink. Let's go meet her.
Of life is to think pink, to feel the aura and the energy that a color can give to make life worthwhile seeing through rose-colored glasses. I have three businesses, basically. First one is get up, and get a life. That's my motivational speaking company, where I try to tell people that it doesn't matter the age. You can still be alive, vital, creative, productive, and in my case, entertaining, okay? And then the second one is that I'm also an actress. I've done commercials, a Super Bowl commercial. The third is my Senior Star Power production company. Sing, they dance. I've done 12 musicals in 10 years. We're looking now for a venue for year-round senior productions here in Los Angeles. I'm the only one that does senior theatrical musicals, and everyone in my cast, everyone, is 60, 70, 80, and up. And we now incorporate the veterans. They're not 60, they do our sound, they do our lights, they do our sets and everything. So we're combining the two groups in this country that are the most undervalued and underserved is your veterans, seniors, and baby boomers. I mean, that's just the way it is. I'm trying to get the media to realize that I'm young, okay? I feel that at my young age of 84 3/4, I'll be 85 in September, life still goes on.
Oh, completely.
And you can still have adventures. I reinvented myself at 70.
You've reinvented yourself several times.
Yeah. And that was the first one. And to me, it was fascinating because I realized that life still is out there. Still is. There's a zest for it.
Age is very isolating
to
a lot of people.
And not only that, when you walk in to someone who has given their whole time in the service and things like that, and people don't understand that and don't give them credit, and they don't respect it.
Yeah.
I mean, today that is totally wrong. Same thing goes for seniors out there. People just totally disrespect who they are, the experience they have, what they have to give the younger generation. One of my shows is cute, called The Beat Goes On, and there's this little boy outside. He would come with his grandmother, and my videographer walked over to him. He says, hi. He says, how did you like the show? And he went, oh, I love the show. I didn't think people of that age were alive. And then he goes, and you know what? It was better than Spider-Man. And this kid is like 10, 11 years old. But you see, he was shown that it didn't end at a certain age. I mean, I can remember my grandmother at 59 and a half was old. Today, 59 is young.
Young.
I mean, coming from where I am, I mean, it's a baby. Come on this way.
Oh my goodness.
This was part of his room. We opened and we put a window in here.
I want to stay here forever.
I know. I love this room. And then this is the bedroom. And I love it because it's a lot of fun. People don't believe it. Oh, cute story. Okay. When I was not with somebody, I was dating. And this gentleman, we went to a movie, and he came over afterwards, and we had a cup of coffee and a little cake and everything, and I showed him around the house. We come in here, and I showed him my bed, and I showed him everything here, and the first thing he goes, I have to ask you something, Pink. I said, well, what's that? He said, how does anyone get near that bed? I said, with a lot of money and good intentions. My whole life is attitude, okay? We all have attitudes, but we all show our attitudes in a little different way. I'm the type that I'm not humble or shy. I'm out there. I was 4 years old. Pouring rain in Boston, Massachusetts. little town called Melrose. And we were waiting. My mother was 8 months pregnant with my sister. I don't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday, but I remember this, and it's 81 years ago, okay? And we're standing at the bus stop. My mother, 8 months pregnant, as I said, I'm holding her hand. And I was a little white-haired towhead, what they call, I had a pink parka on with little blue jeans, and holding her hand, the bus stopped. And the bus driver looked out, seeing my mother 8 months pregnant, and me, and he says, and the bus was jammed. He said, I am so sorry. He said, but you know what? He says, you're going to have to stand to go into Boston. My dad was ill in the hospital, and we were going to visit him. And he said, you're going to have to stand. I remember, Julie, dropping my mother's hand, jumping up in the little stairwell of the bus, putting my hands on my hip and saying, excuse me, but isn't there a gentleman on this bus who let a lady sit down? 3 men got up. My attitude was born that day, that I let no one or anything rain on my parade. So when I say attitude, that's that and gratitude. Like someone asked me the other day, what's the first thing you do in the morning, Pink? I said, well, I put my foot over the bed there, and I look out into my garden, and I say thank you. Thank you to the universe for giving me another day to help people. That's the whole thing. Attitude with gratitude gives you a positive life.
So is this where you get ready in the morning?
Yes, and this is all my little perfumes and stuff. Someone said to me, do you like pink? I said, no, I don't like it at all.
When did you make the transition?
There you go. Okay. It was 54 and a half years ago. 54. And I will tell you all about that. But first, I'm going to show you.
Yes.
Okay, so we have this closet here. We have a lot of pink here. And you can go right in if you want. Yeah. And I do have all shades of pink.
Yes, I've noticed that.
I do have all shades. And someone asked me, Pink, do you wear any other color? If I go out on the dishes, I wear, did you get this other side? Let me show you.
You've got to get the bags.
Yeah. I'll wear pink because they haven't said what to wear. So I'll wear my pink. If they say to me, we need you in a bright color, like red or green or blue, I have a closet that I show no one. Way back on the other side of the house. And in that closet, I have different colors. 2005, I won Ms. Senior LA County. I was dating someone at the time because my husband had passed away in 2003. And he was a director, producer. And he said, you know what, Pink? You must go into this pageant. Talk about an attitude. I went, excuse me, I really don't think I do pageants, you know. No, you've got to do the pageant. All right, I'll go in. 23 women. And they were all from 60 to 94. Tap dancers, opera singers, everything. So I figured, what do I do? I took to be or not to be. That is the question. Wrong. The real question is to age or not to age. That's the question. And I did a monologue. Then I got into, you have to get into a gown. Well, these women had all boob jobs done. The slits were up to here. They were drop dead gorgeous. I didn't realize that they were going to wear like, sexy gowns. I wore a gown that was like I was going to my high school with long sleeves and a high neck. I mean, it was darling, but it was not a...
Very different.
Very different from anybody else. I figured, uh-oh. So they line you up at the end because of your height. Well, where was I? The end of the stage. I forgot that I had a microphone on. And they was announcing the winners. And they said, and our third runner-up, and it was so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so walks out, with a red sexy dress and slid up to here, and thank you so much. And our second runner-up, and she walks out, another one with a black, sexy, beaded dress. Now, by that time, I had looked out into the audience, and I swear I said this to myself, thank you to the universe for giving me the opportunity to be in front of 850 people at this stage in my life.
Mm-hmm. In a beauty contest.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, hello, and I'm walking, I'm the last one, I'm already down the steps, and all of a sudden I hear them say, and our winner today is our own, absolutely attitude-driven, humble not, wonderful yes, the Pink Lady. And I went, oh shit. Well,
Your mic was on.
My mic was on. The audience absolutely got up and applauded. It was like a roar. And I won Miss Senior LA County of 2005. And that started me with everything. I get a call, Steve Stevens, Senior. I saw your picture in the paper. I'd love to interview you, and I'd like to have you come in. And I really could use an older woman in my client list. And I went, okay. And he said, bring a headshot. Well, I didn't know what a headshot was. I had to call up a friend with a headshot. I took a headshot. I walk into his office, and, you know, I'm kind of smart ass there. And I have my headshot in the hand, and he's sitting at his desk. And he said, I just want to, before I even, and I'm handing him my headshot, before I want to allay any fears of yours. I said, fears about what? There is no more of this casting couches like they talk about. And I took back my headshot. He said, well, what are you doing? I said, well, why do you think at this age I came into this? He goes, you know what? With that attitude, he said, you are definitely going to make it out there.
And so many people, I think, have this false idea that seniors are not sexy people, and they don't have sex.
You know what?
And it's the silliest thing.
Read my 3rd chapter in Get Up, Get Out, and Get a Life. It's called Senior Sexuality. Let me tell you, I don't know whether you're old enough, Julie, to do it. I tell people, I do classes here, as I said to you, in workshops, and one of them is a senior sexuality class. And one little lady raised her hand, and she said, Pink Lady, do you date? I said, excuse me, do I look like I'm dead? Of course I date. Hello? It's even broader than that. The point is, you don't die at a certain age. You just don't. I tell people, when you're 59 and you're an opera star, the day you turn 60, does that mean your voice goes? Does that mean just someone grips it and takes it away? Or does that mean at this age of going to be 85 that I'm less sexy looking? Or I call myself a sexy, scintillating senior. Because that's what I feel. So you don't lose it unless you think you lost it. So I try to tell, it's all up there, and I try to tell people, my mother always used to say, look in the mirror in the morning when you get up and say, you know what? You're okay. You're going to have a great day. Because I take every day, Julie, as a present. Every single day. I take every moment as a present. Because I know I'm not coming back this way again. So why not make the most of who I am, what I am, and what I want to do. And that's why when I say my book, Get Up, Get Out, and Get a Life, it ain't over till I say it's over. Everyone asks me, how did the Pink Lady come out? So I married this nice gentleman. Second time, my first husband died, left me with 3 children. And I met Walter at Highland Springs, which was a single weekend. And that's another story. That's in the book. But one day I was wearing pink. I'm walking down the hallway, and someone didn't know my name. And they yelled, hey, a Pink Lady! My husband was a marketing genius. He was 13 years older than I was. Do you want to be known in this business? I said, oh my God, of course. You're now the Pink Lady. Really? Yeah. 2 weeks after that, we had a big glass showroom. On the showroom window, it said, Walter P. Goldberg and Associates, in pink, with a big pink star, starring the Pink Lady. And you know what branding does for people. I cannot tell you, that brand took off like a bat out of you-know-what. If I walk out now, the postman, the people at the grocery store, I'm walking in the street, someone walks, you're the Pink Lady. So if I meet someone, if I'm out, they'll say, hi, what's your name? I say, hi, I'm the Pink Lady. And that's what carries it. Because you have to be, if you're going to do it right.
So what do you think is is the best part about growing younger?
What is the key to growing older? Well, and I actually think that, and I know I keep saying it, but it's true, Julie. You must have an attitude of thinking that you as an individual are special. Because we are all unique people out there. We all have something to give somebody else. And if we understand that as we grow younger. After I became a widow, I said, wait a minute, I'm only 70, 71. I've got a whole lifetime out there. Mm-hmm. And that's what you have to think about. Not that I'm 70 or 60 or 80 and I'm a widow or a widower and it's over. No, it's not. A lot of people, when they reach a certain age and they're alone, and they should get up and get out and get a life, their children or their friends will say to them, well, look, you can retire now, you can relax. What do you want to date for? Or just sit around and maybe do puzzles or maybe watch television. I mean, you deserve it. You've worked hard all your life. Or why are you dating? I mean, come on now, you're older already. What's it out there for you? Wrong. Mm-hmm. Everybody, we do this whole thing about senior sexuality. Cute story. The ladies are sitting there, and most of them were in their late 60s, 70s, 80s. And I said, now, ladies and gentlemen, because there were men in the audience, who is the largest group in the world today to get a venereal disease? And they're going, kids. Wrong.
No, it's the seniors.
The seniors.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because we're all married for 30, 40 years, 50 years. And now all of a sudden we're single. And now we're out there and we're dating. Well, the people we're dating, they were also married for a long time. Now they're out in the world. So they're going with this one and that one and this one. And we're all... And they're not taking precautions.
Well, and a lot of people can't reproduce any longer.
That's right.
So why
yeah,
take precautions?
I can't get pregnant. That's the first thing you say. Well, I can have a good time. I can't get pregnant. So I tell them about buying condoms. Mm-hmm. Funny story. Now, I want to get some condoms to show my class. I had a big class coming in. And I go to the drugstore, and I walk over to this young kid, probably about 20, and I said, and there was someone standing with him, and they were buying something. I said, dear heart, can you tell me where the condoms are? The two people that were standing buying something looked at me. This young kid was like, we keep ours in the back there in a glass case. Oh, okay. Do you have a key? Yeah. I said, well, as soon as you're ready, I'll wait. 2 minutes later, he goes, I'm ready. Now, he comes. I follow him to the back. Meanwhile, the other two people who are buying something are following us. We get back to the condom case, and I'm going, wow, because I'm not used to it either. And I'm looking, I'm going, wow, there's a lot. Well, what is that one? That comes in a 2-pack, and it's the joy of life. Oh, I'll take 8 of those. Okay. And remember, I know what I'm buying them for. He doesn't. What is that one? Oh, that's called Love on a Good Ride. Love on a Good Ride. That sounds wonderful. How does that come? It comes 12 in a pack. I'll take 3 packs. Well, after we get done, the two people, as we walk up and I'm paying for it, I say, we have to ask you, ma'am, what are you buying these for? I mean, it's your... I said, you're going to say it my age, right? And I told them. But it was the funniest thing ever. Nothing is not available to do, to go, to see, to wear, or whatever. Now, take pink. Not everybody likes pink. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter. I like it. Mm-hmm. You have to be an individual today to age gracefully and with dignity, I say. Mm-hmm. When you meet someone, they're not going to take you for who you are unless you tell them who you are. It's like anything else. It's how you respect those around you as well as taking any situation and making it a positive one is the name of the game. And getting up and knowing that not only do I want to do something for me, but there's a world out there that needs me to do something for them. If anybody wants the book, they can go on my website to see some of my shows. There's little sizzle reels of my shows, and it's called www.seniorstarpower.org. Go on there, you'll see the sizzle reels of my last show, America's Suicide Veterans, and it was fabulous. I just feel that, I think I'm just so proud to be who I am at this age. This is the very best time of life, because I can get out there and be who I want to be, meaning that it's all about who we are now and doing what we feel is the best thing in the world, and that is helping our fellow man.
I'm inspired to be you when I'm older, but maybe a different color.
Yeah,
I don't want to steal your
I
pink.
like that color. I mean,
Maybe burgundy.
Yeah, burgundy, that's pretty too. Yeah, I love it.
It's not where you start, it's where you finish.